Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kiki, and we are going to do a little bit of a challenge, or at least a build today, except the build itself is going to be here in the Twin Oracle Point, and what we're doing is a kit challenge. So what I want to do, and this is where it kicked me out of, I'm going to go ahead and that sounded very weird that it was like just kicked me out of, but stop this for a second. Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kiki, and this is Aura Sims, and we are doing another kind of like kit room challenge sort of thing. Well, not another. This is the first. Hi, and welcome to my channel. This is Aura Sims, and we are working on kind of like a challenge for the first time. I created a couple rooms here. One is so I can keep copying, pasting it, so I can do a bunch of these challenges on this lot. But it's going to be a kit challenge, and I've given myself 30 minutes because one, I have food in the oven, and two, I figured 30 minutes. Right now it's 5:35. We're going to go ahead and do a room based off of a kit from this wheel. Now, you can see the wheel here. Whoop, you didn't see that. You can see the wheel. You saw that. Okay, so this is the particular wheel that we have going on right now. Ignore the lovely little fun that we're having with that. And basically, I put every single one of the kits that are like buildable things on there. And what I want to do is do rooms that are based off of these kits. And then try to fill up this entire lot with just rooms that I can upload to the gallery. And we can go ahead and just have some fun while we're doing it and see what we can do. And that means also using all the items in said kit, but also just trying to see if we can come up with something that'll be nice. Now, like I said, when that it's just like 30 minutes, it's already started, it's now officially 5:35, and what we need to do is spin this wheel, find out which kit we're going to be using today, and then build this room around it and see if we can maybe have fun with it. I don't know. I guess we'll just try and see what's going to happen. So let's go ahead and spin and see which one we get. Bust the Dust kit. Okay, so what I'm going to do also is I'm going to actually remove this kit from this wheel so we don't get it again, because nobody wants to do the same room twice. So Bust the Dust. I don't know what items are... Okay. So we're going to mix that one again. Let's go ahead and do this again. We're going to go ahead and interact with it. Spin. Bust the Dust has 5 items. And lots of bunnies. And let's try this again. I didn't, like, really realize some of these... Ooh, Restoration Workshop kit. Didn't realize that some of these would have only, like, a couple, like, items in there. There we go. Okay. So remove that one as well. And you know what? Bust the Dust would actually work really good with this particular kit. So let's go ahead and we're going to work with this one right here. Now, I do like it. I don't have anything else installed except for the kits like I said before. But let's go ahead here. There's nothing there, so let's go ahead and get rid of both those. See if we can come up with some kind of floor. Masonry, linoleum, metal. I kind of like that one. Let's do a different color though, like some dark floors here. And I'm gonna probably go with like some sort of like garage setup. I'm not really sure. I mean, some places have windows in garages. They just have like basic like setups for the garage. Okay. I don't know if I want to do any sort of a door, but I am going to put a few windows in. I just have it set up like that. I don't think we need windows all the way around if someone wants to do kind of like a outside setup where they have some panels here. Like we can go ahead and let's go into the panels here. They should have some panels that go right to left. vertical, not horizontal, and see if we can find something really nice on the outside. So this is this setup here. And do we have any solid ones, or are they all just like with that bottom? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm guessing since it's in the base game, it's not going to have like anything, or we could just be like, do this and be like that. And then this is going to be weird. I know, but we're going to go ahead. Oh, no, undo. I could have just moved that. That was stupid, but we're gonna do that to kind of make it play like it's a garage of some sort. This way, it'll give us that kind of basis. I don't like the outside, however, because I kind of feel like the outside looks a lot worse than that. Let's see. Kind of like the darker color. Okay, I got rid of that. Let's see here. I know this is supposed to be something I'm trying to do to like accentuate where the front of the garage is. I really wish we actually had like cars in this game, but let's go here. Now with the Bust the Dust, that's interesting because I have the walls in here. I'm gonna look at masonry while I'm talking. But with the Bust the Dust, it's like, well, we could probably come up with something. Maybe a closet of some sort, or that's too dark. I don't want to do too dark. Let's see here. Because we've only got 20 more minutes to work this out. All right. Well, maybe nothing that's like too much. I was thinking of probably like putting doors, but then we'd have to be able to open the doors and access that. And that would just be kind of weird. So let's see here. The items that we have, we are doing the restoration kit. And I'm going to use Bust the Dust just to get it out of the way, even though there's only like 5 items. But this is how this is going to get set up. We want to keep this in here, which something awkward in the middle of the room. Not so bad. And I'm a little weird. I like seeing like this side over this side, so that actually works for me very well. And then here is the shelving for the room. Now I'm going with a bit more of like a gray, so maybe keep this open with a white kind of theme. Make it kind of clean looking. All right, that actually does not look too bad. Let's put this in here. I don't know if I like that. I'm kind of wanting to put it in a corner somewhere because I don't think these connect. I don't think these are like normal setup for that. But let's do that. And maybe we can set it up as kind of like a station in here. Now these are actually not too bad. So these are work shelves. And I will be honest, I actually haven't played with this set too much since it came out. I don't have any issues with it, but I've never just took the time to do it because I will be honest, I have severe anxiety, and this game is usually used for helping my anxious self not be so anxious. Okay, so we'll use those to light up the room. They're in a good spot. Now, I don't know if I like the way this is set up, because I know this is kind of caused, oh, I suppose it's not too bad. It's just right there, but move it over to one side, then it does the half. You know, if we're connecting it to the house, we can probably do that. Move this over here. I kind of still like having this like bench set up here, so that way they can like go in and put stuff down, and like breaking it up so that way it's like an actual workplace. Now, can these go in here? Oh, that's perfect. Let's pick a color, like a good color we can use with that. I like yellow. A lot of people don't, but these ones, I love these ones. I actually have some of these in my own garage, and they're fantastic. They're absolutely fantastic. Okay, and this is a bucket. do want to set it over here because then he can just sit down, or she can sit down. Actually, let's go ahead. Let's move this one out of the way. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's do this one, which looks like this. There we go. And we'll do another one here because it is against the wall, which means you'll have a little bit more storage. Can you do one up here too? Oh, you can double do it. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. But you can't put anything. Oh no, because it's got move objects, or at least it looks a little strange. Okay, well, we'll leave it like that. Let's see here. We'll move this on a wall because we don't really need to mess with it. So maybe we can just go right there behind one of these little posts I have set up for the garage door and get that all sorted. Now with this, because let me get rid of that and we'll do one of the salvageable items because you do have to go in and fix that there. Now to go ahead and break it up, why don't we go ahead and add in just a half wall. One we can just put in, that's a full, so let's click on that, click on this wall, and we'll just delete it. Alright. So empty walls. Let's see. Half walls, all half walls. I have still this, so that's, there we go. Gotta make sure I'm doing what I need to do on here to make sure it's all working correctly. Too high. Okay. And too high still. Let's do this one. Okay. We like that one. We can change the way that the trim is. Maybe make it a little bit better. Platform trims, half wall trims. Let's see, no. That's a little flat. Kind of like it though. That's a little light. Doesn't match. That's a little hard. Sometimes you want to get it to match because I like to have it matchy. All right, so now we have the oven there. That'll be the oven that you can set up. So it's kind of like you're building your own apartment. I kind of like that idea. Let's refilter these, bust the dust, and restoration workshop. Okay, now with any sort of environment, you do want to have one of these bad boys. So we'll just, we'll put it here for now, and then we'll add it in later. Now let's see what else we can add in. So right now, I'll look at the kitchen stuff because if I get rid of, let's see here, do this on this side, then I can probably add another one of these, which is being blocked by this lovely light here. There we go. And then we have a nice little thing there. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm trying to find what would be a good idea for some of this because honestly, I'm trying to make sure we get kind of like a studio apartment feel, but with the appliances that we're trying to fix so we can add it to the kitchen. All right, this is, you cannot put it, are you serious? You cannot actually put it on, tells you how much I've paid attention. You cannot actually put that up there. Why not? Okay, now let's see here. Let's do BP dot. That objects on, and then we'll do testing it's true, and then see if we can just with the not jump out of here. My game has this thing where it just like, why won't you move? I'm not gonna let you move it up even. No. Okay. That makes it a little bit more difficult when you want to actually try something. I don't like that. So let's get rid of these. I really liked the design of them though, because then it allowed for like to make it look so industrial. It was so nice. Okay. So what we'll need is something to put those into. But for right now, let's get a tinker's table in here, and then I will get some sort of shelving that I can put in. I think I'm going to do this in here. We'll do maybe like that. Get it against there. What is this? This is tiny tool board. Okay, that's actually pretty cute. Let's go ahead and move this underneath it so it should fit just perfectly right there underneath. Get rid of one of these. Maybe put these against the wall so we can see a little bit better into the room. I don't like the fact that it cuts into that though, but it is what it is. Let's put that there. Okay, so now we have a built-in unit here, which means since we're doing our little micro kitchen, we could probably go in and do this wall here and just ta-da. Okay, so that does darken this space a little bit, but honestly, to get it to work the way I want it to, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, now let's go ahead and we'll just copy this here. Both sides should look the same. If they do, groovy. Go back in here. Now we've got all items. And let's go back to the restoration kit there. Actually, let's get rid of that one. I want to go and here. Let's go into the kitchen. And we want these. Okay. You know what? Let's go. And they're yellow, so they match the kitchen vibes. The kitchen is complete. Actually, let me... I kind of want this 4 because it matches, but I also kind of like the way that looks. I mean, we could put it on this side and then not have a sink in the kitchen, so you can still have access to it while you're working, and it should be fine. Okay. Okay, so there we go. So we got our kitchen, which means that we can actually go ahead and put these in there. I think I should put that in the corner. Perfect. Get one of these bad boys. Put that right there. And now we have our work kitchen in here. Very nice. Let's see. We have to use all the items, so let's see here. We'll just do... Like, I mean, if you've ever worked in one of these workshops, having a fan on you while you're working, always a bonus. I'm trying with everything I am to get all these items in here because I like them all. No, we don't want that one. No, that's too dark. Let's just do basic wood. And then, no, we're not putting the flammables up there. Let's do it like right here. Perfect. Okay. And we need one of these benches, which we can put underneath. Let me go ahead. Like that. We still have access to the fridge. We still have access to that. Makes it so it's alternate workshop there. I have one of these. We have one of these because we need to add them all in there. We have that. We have these. I have 2 of them in there. Though I kind of feel like it's probably get a little extra storage in there. Delightful. And then what is this? This is sawdust. So we put that right down here because that's where we're working there. Some sawdust over here because we're working there, which is nice. And we need the bucket because we have that out there. Now, this actually really does go with this color. Let's see. We'll put this lovely little spot here. And because he is just cleaning, like, we'll put him right there. This will go in the corner. Just a little spot. Don't know if it's workable. Honestly, do not give up a honky. It can just work the way it's working. Alright, actually, let's go put that one up in the corner right there. Because then it's out of the sight, out of mind. So far, that's what the room looks like. I still have 7 minutes left. And I think I have a couple more items I need to add in here. Okay, so this is a trolley. Let's go ahead, and I need this one in here. So we'll get rid of that. This. that there, or let's move this like this. Ta-da! It kind of feels lopsided with this thing, but it is what it is. All right, get in there. Let's see here. What else are we gonna be doing? Like savage storage? It's a scrap storage. Okay, well, we can put this like right here. Let's see here. Can we do this? It won't be as accessible, but we're trying to get it to work like that. Okay. So we did move it on. We do have move objects on. Yikes. Okay. We have this bad boy. Holy poopy. So we have our little makeshift kitchen in there. We can work it. And originally I was going to do this like space. Can I do it? One extra. Yeah, I can. Okay. So originally I was going to do it so it was like this big anyways. So we're going to do it that big anyways. All right. Put that one there. Let's go ahead and add a little more to our wall here. Let's see. Actually, I'd probably rather have you over here. Can I move you on to... I don't want to use it as... There we go. We'll put that down there so it's like a little bucket underneath. There we go. I'll just move this one over here, actually. It's really difficult sometimes try to get the... Oh, it's going to move again. Okay. Bucket is already up. It looks fine. All right. We are fine. We're fine. I promise we're fine. So now we just need these items. So we'll go with the yellow. We'll do this one on the corner. He's small. There we go. Oh, he fits perfectly right there. Okay. Let's move this back over here. And I'll put him right there. And this one will also go yellow. I really like the yellow. I think it's fun. And we'll do him here. Okay. So technically, move this one down so it can be more usable. And maybe, let's see, do this, right there, and we'll copy another one over here, like that. Let's see. How to say you're a little OCD without saying you're a little OCD. Okay, so now we've got, I mean, the windows did probably play a part in how I'm like, yikes. This one, I could probably move this one over. Let's copy the pinstripe and put it there. Okay, so this is what we have on the outside. Doesn't really matter because if you're connecting it to a house, then it's going to be what it is. But the inside is, and you can easily put a door like right here in the center because now it's even and makes me happy. But now you can put a door right there, or a sliding door, or a double doors. And then you come in and you've got a lovely little workshop off to the side. Let's see, do we like that color? The fact that they don't have a yellow swatch for this one, that irks. That irks. Okay, well, do they have a basic? No, they don't. They don't even have basic. They have the orange, but they don't have, okay. Erg. Okay, we'll keep it the light. That goes a little bit better with everything that's in here. But this is our yellow little restoration workshop that we used with that particular kit, along with Bust the Dust, which is right there. We have just one item from it. That's all we need. We just need something to clean the mess. And honestly, it's kind of perfect. But actually, I liked it back over there. But now we have everything. Now you can use it. And what we're going to do now, because of the fact that it is in fact all done, we're going to save this room. We're going to put it on here. And it's going to be the restoration kit room. So restoration kit room. We'll go ahead and I guess it'll be, what is it? A career miscellaneous? Just a little hobby room. And then that's it. we're good. It's a 7x7, all good to go. That's originally what I wanted to do with it. And let's share the room to the gallery. And that's it. We are done. Our room is up on the gallery. It is all set up. It's yellow. It's fantastic. And it's the restoration kit room. So thank you so much for being here for this. I have 2 minutes left, so I did it within that 30-minute time frame. I was going to actually, we have like 7 because I started 35 after. And we finished early. So that's fantastic. So thank you for coming. Please like and subscribe and have a great rest of your day. Dag dag.